What's up? What's up? What's up? What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Stadium music, stadium music. As I always say, I say my stadium music. That's when I do the applause right here. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me start off the action with the applause. What applause at? Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's get some love in here, man.
There we go.
Yeah,
Man. Listen. 1, 2, check 1, 2. We all right? The mic sound nice. We good. We straight. You know what I'm saying? You know, for the culture, for the team, you know what I'm saying? The teams on the hats, all that stuff, all the luxurious things that's developing around this thing, man. Listen, Mr. Dedrick L. Hicks Jr.
What's going on? What's happening?
How you doing, my brother? How you feeling?
Feeling great, man. I'm super excited, man, to be here with my brother, back with my brother, man. You know, talking those things.
Yes.
Excited.
How you doing? Man. And listen, my name is Mr. Al Pete. You are here to whatever he said podcast. All right, let's repeat that again. Whatever he said podcast. All right. So this is the inaugural. This is what the English people don't like to say, the first annual. They be like, don't say first annual, you know, don't mess up the people. So the inaugural action. Thank you to everybody that's watching right now. This is a long time coming or a short time coming. When I say long that, I'm being funny because like this year marks like 5 years that things kind of happened for like myself, for D, individually and collectively. Yeah. So it's like some, you know what I'm saying? It's like that 5-year type of action that we've been knowing each other and just being brothers, man. And we created some great things 5 years ago. So however y'all looking at this, it could be the long time coming, it could be the short time coming, but nevertheless, we are here.
Yes. Super excited. Again, shout out to my brother Al P, man. We're going to be talking about everything on this podcast, man. Whatever he said, he said.
Yeah.
All right. So, we're going to talk about it all. We're going to, music, of course, everything in the culture, food, fashion, movies, whatever, hot topics, whatever, we're going to be covering it all here. So hit that subscribe button.
Please do.
Hit that subscribe button, share the channel, and let everybody know, man, it's a dope new podcast that's out there, man, and we're going to be talking that talk, man. And please leave a comment. If you agree, you disagree, or whatever your vibes is, what we're talking about, please drop the comments down below.
Definitely.
You got some questions? Drop the questions. We'll talk to y'all. We'll talk to y'all.
Even if, like a topic or whatnot. If you hear us talk about something in particular and you like, look, you want us to zero in on one of the two things, feel free to let us know, man. We'll talk back for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. So real quick before we get into it, D, I see, like, listen, first off, well, it's two things actually. And I feel bad that I don't know this cologne, but I was the thumbnail of the Versace that you was talking about. You posted it 2 days ago, and I got the bottle. It's like the yellow joint, the yellow Versace joint.
Yeah, the Versace Eros Energy. That boy.
This is my second bottle of Versace. I got the first brand, and I'm so bad with names, but I got one that's like the greenish color bottle. So I got that one. But I gotta watch the video, man. But my people, please go check out the Smell Good family. Dedrick L. Hicks Jr. be knowing about his smell goods, man. Stadium music for this guy, because this boy got me. Sometimes he had me walk around here like that boy.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that, man. Yes, sir. We'll link it down below, man. Smell Good family. Dedrick Hicks Jr., that's my channel name. We talk some men's grooming, talk some fragrances, man. We have fun over there, man. So check me out if you're into that kind of thing.
Indeed. And then second off, my man always has like the flyest hats. Like he's always rocking the hat. So explain the hat that you have on today, sir, as I will do mine.
I'm just kind of in this phase. Shout out to the Hat Club online, man. We'll link it down below. They just got this real dope series of for the Detroit Tigers, New York Yankees, Boston Red Sox. I got just different solid colors. New era edition, man. So just real sleek, my first name starts with D, so I wear a lot of Tigers hat, man. So we simplistic with it today, but you will see some dope hats for sure. Hat Club, holla at us. You feel me?
See, I ain't know my brother was in a hat club. Now I'm gonna have to get into that and get some to make sure I get right on it though. But nevertheless, yeah. So shouts out to the fashion or whatnot. We would definitely be talking about. That'd be one of the topics. Many topics we'll be talking about when it comes to fashion, man. Especially when we're talking about grooming and that stuff. Like fashion is real big and dear with both of us. So
yes,
yeah.
Culture talk.
Speaking of culture talk. Real quick about my hat. I haven't told anybody, but I went to the Kendrick Lamar and SZA concert. So this is the Gloria hat that I got from the concert. So yeah, man. So if you haven't been to the concert, please go to the concert. It was crazy.
I know it was, brother. I'm jealous. I know it was.
Oh my God, it's crazy. It's crazy.
But I Kendrick and SZA for sure.
Yeah. So we ready to get into it, brother?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so speaking of tours. Well, our first topic at hand is the Clips, the mighty duo Clips, right? They just announced today that they're going on tour, the North American tour, right? A couple weeks ago, they announced they dropped 2 or 3 promos promoting that the new album that's coming out, Let God Sort 'Em Out, is coming out on
July 11th.
It's been 16 years since they dropped the album together, so yeah, let's talk about it, D. What was your first initial thoughts when you heard about the announcement?
Of course, shout out to my man for sending the promo. And I watched it and locked in, man. Just beautiful to see the energy. Feel the energy from the promo, man. So not knowing that the single was coming, I think the next day or the day after.
Yeah.
And just really good to see now it's No Malice and Pusha back together. I kind of grew up with the Clips, when they first surfaced, man. So around that about 2005, 2006, I believe that's when they really started rumbling around. So I kind of grew up with the Clips, but to see them back together, to hear the music, the vibes are high. So just really excited to see them. Hopefully I can catch them on tour. They're gonna be down in Atlanta. They're gonna be down in Orlando.
They're gonna be in Miami.
Think about making that move. But most importantly, really excited to hear the album. Really excited to hear the album on July 11th. So excited, man. Excited. What you was thinking?
First off, the promo was great. The promo was extremely great. Like, well, it was said the culture is this is culturally inappropriate. Like the voice that they kept saying, and so all the clips that it was showing, it was just like it just got you hyped, man. And just to be honest with y'all, like crack and God definitely does not go together. But
no,
but the fact that them boys, you know what I'm saying, like they, for some reason when they be talking that crack and then the God action or whatever,
like gospel flow, man.
Yeah, it's a different type of gospel. So it got me hype. I immediately went back to like Pusha T's album and listened to it, the one with the Whitney Houston. I went back to it immediately and was listening to it, and it was on the Sunday. Yeah. Oh, golly, man. So
Daytona, man, classic.
Yeah, man.
Classic.
Classic material. Yeah. And I think we talked about this probably on my show, the Clear Visions, right? When we talked about the last song on.
We did. When No Malice made his triumphant return at the end of that. I think it's called "Pray for Me" or something like that. I think that's what the last record was called.
Yeah.
And the biggest tease ever. And the bars that Pusha was spitting towards the end kind of let you know when he said the iconic duo line, something like that, kind of reassembling. And I don't think when Daytona came out that we knew that Malice was on it. He didn't put him in the credits. So you had to actually listen to the album in full before they posted the credits.
Yeah.
With Malice when Daytona. So that's what made it more dope. You know, and now we're here. Now we're here with the new album, July 11th.
And I remember we had that conversation, and you were just like, "Yeah, something coming, man." You were just like, you ain't say something's coming. You were just like, "It's coming." Like,
yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, it's here now.
It's here. It's here. And man, what a reminder we got when that Ace trumpets, man. Man. Talking about restoring the feeling.
Just those clips alone, man. Like just going through those clips, and I think like it was one particular clip I saw, and it was like DJ Clue on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, like I just think about how much we don't talk about DJ Clue, like how I don't think DJ Clue gets the love that he don't.
Not today, at least he don't. Not today.
But you know what? I think about it back in the day. I mean, DJ Clue was like we knew who he was, but I think most people just knew him specifically for like him bringing out Fabulous. But I'm like, this man was like mixtape heavy. Like he introduced us to a lot of like some of our favorite like New York rappers. Yeah.
The crates for sure. And I'm really interested to see, you know, with all the features in the promo, like who is on the album, who's contributing to the album. So there's so many questions that's going to come with this album. But I think a lot of people are just really curious to see what space is Malice in, you know, like what direction is he in? And I think the Ace Trumpets record was strategically set up for him to go in for the kill like he did. I mean, that verse, I'm going to say it, like, that could be a contender for verse of the year, man.
Ooh.
It could be.
Okay.
Just maybe I'm speaking, you know, because of excitement. Maybe I'm speaking because we ain't heard him in 15 years on that level. You know, I was totally shocked because I was kind of, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of like, well, you know, what we gonna get here? You know, rapping is a sport. You got to be in shape to rap.
For sure.
You just don't jump in there like that. So what was you thinking? Was you thinking, you know, when you heard the verse from Malice, like, were you on board? Were you curious? Like, what you was thinking?
Oh, Ace Trumpets? Nah, I was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he got a vendetta out or something, man. Like it's like I feel like he got that. Now this is based off the last verse that we heard, the Pray For Me joint, right?
Mm-hmm.
That boy, that verse,
he went hard.
Like I listened to it. I listened to it when I went back to the Pusha T album when they made the announcement, and I was listening to it. I was like, "Yo, because I remember he mentioned something about I'm paraphrasing it, but he said he was like he whispered in his brother's ear like get all of them or something like that. Like I'm just like
yeah.
So I mean I just feel like he has that type of vendetta going right now, man. So I'm just expecting it. I'm expecting for him to like maybe he'll address some things, but I think he just really gonna state his case. I think that Malice is gonna be like I think it's just gonna be the Malice. I think the Malice is gonna appear and like, you know, kind of be standing right next to his brother or whatnot. Even though his brother hold his own, Pusha T has been holding down for the longest, and he's already stated his case. But Malice, I feel like Malice gonna have like 2 or 3 chips on his shoulder.
I'm with you. I'm with you. When he said that bar, from the tribe of Judah, I'm Mufasa. Never turn the other cheek. You'll die at the Oscars. Man, just the bravado and the stench that came up that bar. I was like, ugh. And then he was like, we're talking about what he said, getting wearing Gucci clothes courtesy of selling that Lady Gaga. But see, what a lot of people don't know, and I saw that movie. Don't ask me how I saw that movie. But what a lot of people know, I want to get it verbatim here, what he says about the Lady Gaga bar, because that's the actual movie that she was in, The House of Gucci.
Uh-huh.
So you got to piece it together, you know, with that Lady Gaga. So what does he say? He says, what he say? You died. I think he said it. Yeah, whatever it was, the line I was looking. It said, dressed in the House of Gucci, made from selling Lady Gaga. That's a double right there, because that's a real movie where but he was really wearing Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. You know, moving around, moving around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm excited, man. I think Pusha set his brother up beautifully on this one. I think everybody wanted to hear from Malice. You know, Pusha still got talking that talk, you know, sending shots at Jim Jones. You know, Jim Jones, I don't know what I get it, rap is a sport, but he went to the Breakfast Club and had that conversation about Pusha, and I'm still trying to understand why. Like, why?
I'm gonna blame everything on the weed, man. I just feel like the weed
all of it.
I just blame when it comes to stuff like that. I'd be like, yeah, he's smoking weed. He probably high.
Yeah, and I think he's gonna catch a couple strays on the album.
Oh, absolutely. He absolutely gonna catch strays. I mean,
did you read? Mm-hmm.
Nah, I just think, and Jim Jones, man, it's almost like he know better. Like, I'm like, Jim Jones, just stay in your lane. Like, you got to understand the lane that you in is like, it's on the same levels as Pusha T. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just like these elite type of MCs. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever they do, they're kind of removed from, I guess, the norm, so to say. So for Jim Jones to be just talking reckless like that, I'm like, come on, brother. Like,
yeah, I'm still curious. I'm still curious on why. And I think Pusha, you know, he's very strategic, as we know how he handles, you know, the adversity. So I'm sure we're going to get some here. But what do you think about them having to buy out of their deal due to this alleged Kendrick verse? Did you see that? They had to buy out of their deal with Def Jam.
I did see that. I did see that.
Deal.
Nah, that is crazy to me. Like, I feel like culturally that was a big mistake when it came to Def Jam. Like,
huge,
big mistake.
Huge.
They probably gonna make times 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
oh god,
yeah.
They got to capitalize whatever this record is that Kendrick is on. And all of this was based off the lawsuit that Drake had with UMG. So they try to put the pressure on the Clips, like, look, you got to drop Kendrick from it. Like, he can't be on it. You know, he can't. It was like, bro, like, how are you going to tell? Like, are you kidding? So obviously there's some legal things or whatever that Def Jam is afraid of. I don't know. But of course, you know, Pusha ain't care about that. So they got Hove on the phone. You know, they got Hove on the phone. And allegedly, quote unquote, Hove said, oh, y'all just made my day. Let's get this done. And they got it done. So now the Clips is over there at Rock Nation.
You know what's gonna be crazy? Hov probably gonna have. I'm sure Hov's gonna have a verse on this album.
I'm sure he does.
I'm sure he's gonna have a verse on there.
I'm sure he does. He kind of has to, right?
Not even. You know what? But I think Hov truly respects that culture that they're from. So he probably like, I'm just gonna get this to you for the love. But
when I say when he kind of has to, I mean like you can feel it.
Mm-mm.
You can feel the energy with this project.
Yeah.
You can feel it. And everything that's swarming around, this seemed like the type of project that Jay get a verse on. It just seemed like it. Because he ain't coming out for nothing. We know this by now, right?
Yeah, we done had plenty of conversations. We done had plenty of conversations about that boy, Sean Carter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I think that's wild, man. And I just think culturally, that's crazy. If anything, that's gonna add to the promos. That's gonna add to the flavor of the album. Like for Def Jam to do that, if I was Pusha T, I'd probably go back in the studio and be like, let me get another little verse off real quick, talking about this.
Yeah,
Lady Gaga. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, just a wild situation. So they got a lot to say. Of course, Pusha's relationship with Kanye is no more.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. Oh, so all right. So so you've seen all the clips, like little smart. Well, no pun, no pun intended, but like all the clips that from they interviews and stuff like that, and all the stuff that they've been talking about. Mm-hmm. Oh man, that Kanye stuff
it's crazy.
Damn.
It's crazy. Like he literally has lost all his organic relationships.
Yeah,
and Pusha speaking on it the way he did, like Pusha, to me. You know, he's speaking from a place of hurt. You know, he ain't talking fly when he talking about Ye. You know, for somebody to line it up and be like, look, he knows he's not a man to me. Like, that's personal.
Yeah.
Like, this ain't rap. You know what I'm saying? This ain't rap. This is personal. So I read the article. It was very enlightening. I encourage you all, if you haven't read the article with Pusha and No Malice, I think it's a GQ article. If we find it, we'll link it down below. But I encourage y'all to go read that article, because very poignant conversations from Push about just really what's been going on ever since Daytona. And, and it's been 5 years since Daytona, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Listen, that 5 years is golden for me. Like I just kind of play back a lot of stuff that happened in 2020, and I'm just like, yeah, there's a lot of golden stuff. So that Daytona, that Pusha T era was, because I remember he dropped like 2 albums before like Daytona and all that stuff, and I just remember it being the height of at the top of the decade or whatnot. So
yeah, for sure. For sure. But we're excited. We can't wait. July 11th, brand new Clips album. We'll be back for a review on that, so don't worry.
Oh yeah, for sure. When they immediately drop, man, that's a 12 o'clock for me. Like that's midnight.
That's midnight.
Yeah, that's midnight. That's midnight. Like, I'm like, if I even feel like I'm going to sleep, I'm just gonna take me a nap and wake up at 12 and be like, play Lady Gaga. Yep.
Yes, sir.
For the culture, yeah. And we'll see about the concerts action or whatnot. So
I'm dead serious about that, man.
Man, look, I really want to go, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
And they're gonna be with Earth Gang. I seen Earth Gang when they came to Jacksonville, so it's gonna be a great time. So
yeah, and whatever city they in, you never know who could walk out on stage.
Absolutely,
and that's the fun part of concerts.
That's why you gotta go. That's why you gotta go.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah. So speaking of ops, we're gonna move on to our next topic. What happened, bro?
I'm laughing at you, man, because I know you talking about ops. I know what you finna say next.
Well, listen. I mean, we talking about the clubs. It looked like we just rolling into the topics, which is beautiful. So
beautiful.
Lil Wayne.
Lord.
Lil Wayne released the 6th edition of the Carter series, the Carter 6, last week. It has, 19 songs. Yeah. It features a variety of people. Jelly Roll, Big Sean, Big X the Plug. Big X the Plug is like the new hot thing around these streets now.
Yeah, I like him a lot. He's good.
Yeah. And then he has like a interesting one with Bono, which when I heard it, I wasn't. It's not interesting. It's expected in my mind. And of course, he got a song with 2 Chainz and Manny Fresh, and all the things. So I'm gonna put it in Dedrick L. Hicks Jr.'s court.
I just want to say,
share his thoughts.
Yeah, just pay my respects. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne is a legend. He's a legend. I grew up on Lil Wayne. I have nothing negative to say about Lil Wayne. He helped shape the culture down here in the South, and then ultimately getting his hands all around hip hop. He had one of them great runs, probably maybe the greatest run, from a 3, 4, 5 year span where he was just hot. He was on anybody's and everybody's albums, and just a very, very unique talent. And he is to be respected. But respectfully, I was sad listening to the Carter 6. I'm not gonna lie, I thought the album was cool. I'm not gonna trash it like I've been seeing all over, social media. And I get it. It's some Wayne fans out there, and I'll keep them nameless, but they say they refuse to listen to the album due to the noise that's come with it. I thought it was cool, respectfully. Out of the 19 songs, and I listened to the whole thing, one run, there was 2 songs that I added to my playlist out of 19. I'm not saying all the other ones were terrible. But I think when Wayne drops a project, he just needs to be celebrated. Just another opportunity to celebrate Wayne. Another opportunity to tip the cap to Wayne. He's been doing this since he was 13 years old or whatever it was.
Right.
Like just tip your hat to him. Salute to Lil Wayne, man. And we knew all the conversation that came to him not doing the Super Bowl. And I'm gonna say this respectfully. I get it. I get why he wasn't selected. I get it. Because when you're talking about an opportunity like the Super Bowl, and I'm not saying Wayne don't deserve it, because he did deserve it to be there. Mm-hmm. But I'm just going to call it how my eyes see it. The condition that Wayne is in, performance-wise, and you can hear it on the album, he not the same. He's just not the same. It's like he's holding on for the love, and I appreciate that. But this is an album for me that, we'll look back on, at least I will look back on, and just take the time just to salute and celebrate the legend. That's how I'm going to look at it. I'm not going to sit here and disrespect and bash Lil Wayne. I'm just not. But I do understand the conversation, and respectfully, I hope that this is the last Carter, because the Carter as a whole is so great. 1 and 2, phenomenal. You go to 3 and 4, got some nice cuts on 3 and 4, some big records on 3 and 4. That John record with Rick Ross comes to mind. But he's a legend now. He's a certified official. He's in the legend wing when it comes to hip hop. And when our legends like Snoop Dogg drops an album, or Ice Cube drops an album, no disrespect, it's just a salute. I'm just going to salute the legends for the project. Not saying it won't be good, not saying it won't have some cuts, but yeah, that's where I'm at with that new Lil Wayne album, man. That's where I'm at with it.
Did you do you mind sharing what song or songs did you think were cool?
The 2 that I added to my playlist was the one with Big X to plug. That's called Hip Hop. I like that one because I really like Big X to plug. If you haven't heard his album, X Marks the Spot, please go listen to it. It is a vibe.
Yeah.
It is a vibe. And the second one, it just kind of felt a little nostalgic with the Manny Fresh record. Being myself, kind of felt a little nostalgic. If you were back in that era and outside, as the kids love to say today, if you was outside back then,
he was outside with it, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of restored that feeling, because I was really outside when Wayne was Wayne. Yeah, those were the 2 records. Even the Bono record is cool. I didn't expect it, but I think as time goes on, I think the appreciation for that record will be even greater, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. That song is definitely going to build up. Like that song is definitely going to build up. Within the next 2 or 3 years, like that's going to be a song that we remember. Like it's going to be played. It's the typical, put it in a Toyota commercial.
Like an anthem or something.
Like an anthem type of song, like a sports event, tennis or something like that. We'll hear it, and
World Cup.
Yeah, that type of thing. So I definitely get that vibe from that song.
I'm with you.
I do feel, and I'm gonna say this respectfully as well, but I do feel like this album, I feel like the Caucasians are probably absolutely loving this whole album.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like white people are like, I feel like this is what's the album that the culture loved? Like us, like
hip hop?
Yeah, like
it kind of feel like an Eminem album, man, back in the day. Like
perfect.
Slim Shady LP.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like he had a lot of quirky music on there, but at that time it was a vibe.
Right.
But that's what this Wayne album kind of feel like. A lot of quirkiness going on in this album. So,
and I'm telling you, I guarantee you, the white people are like loving it. Like,
they got their radios on 40.
Absolutely. They running that
right
thing.
Now.
They run that thing up, man, and they get introduced to the big, Big X the Plug. They probably know Big X the Plug because they just know him. But like the Manny Freshes and that cross action, but this is definitely an album
and
for
Big Sean.
Yeah. Big Sean for sure. And I'm a Big Sean fan. And you know what? Let me say this for my people.
Here we go.
Like we gotta show more appreciation to Big Sean, man. We got to. Like people be dragging Big Sean
they do.
Big Sean.
They do.
I'm like, Big Sean,
do.
when he first got in the game, and since he's been in the game, that boy has been elite.
He can bless a verse for sure. He can bless a verse.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I want us as a culture to ease up on Big Sean. So
he is one of the most polarizing conversations in hip hop.
Really?
Yeah.
The most?
Like, the back and forth about Sean, it's always been there after that first album kind of got out the way.
Okay, from that tip, I agree. Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
Very polarizing conversation when it comes to Sean.
It's like people are selective with what they like with Big Sean. I'm like, I know I can name like 3 songs that Big Sean has done that's been commercial. Yeah. And I know all of us are singing these songs. Like,
he got hits.
He got hits, like actual hits.
Radio hits. He got national hits. He got them.
He got them R&B hits, like the R&B S hits. Like,
he did a song. He did a song album.
Huh?
When him and Janae Aiko did that album was great.
Man, come on, man. That's what I'm saying.
They don't get talked about like that. But I feel
don't, man. But that was an absolutely great album. Like I remember listening to the album and I fell into it.
Same.
I fell into it, man. And then he did a song with like Chris Brown, man. Come on, like
very polarizing conversation. Y'all let us know down below in the comments. Y'all let us know the Big Sean conversation. You rocking with Sean? You love Sean? Like, what is it? What is it about Big Sean? Y'all let us know down below in the comments, man. We'll revisit this for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, man. The Lil Wayne aspect of it. I listened to it. The first couple of thoughts I had, I was like, man, the internet be getting on my darn nerve, man. Like, I'm like, y'all be acting like this guy is not a legend. Like, I'm like, we got to kind of give a pass to this, man, a little bit.
I'm with you.
Like, a little. I'm like, man, this man is a legend. Now, I will say that whole Super Bowl situation, I felt like kind of messed Wayne up a little bit, man.
He hurt.
Because ever since that whole situation with the Super Bowl stuff, I went back and started listening to some of his music, and I'm like, he cannot perform this on the stage, like. And so it made everybody start like questioning him. So I felt like people walked in with this expectation, which lowered Lil Wayne like way more than what it is. But I feel like if Wayne wouldn't have went through that situation with the Super Bowl, I think people would have been like, "Oh, Wayne a legend." You know what I'm saying? There's a little couple hits there, and we'll keep it moving.
Yeah, Wayne hurt. He still hurt. That really hurt Wayne like bad. It hurt him bad. And respectfully, like I said, like, does Wayne have hits? Absolutely he does.
Oh, yeah.
Could they have done a New Orleans, like, montage? Sure they could have. They could have brought in Master P. They could have did a whole bunch of things with New Orleans hip-hop.
Yeah.
Or New Orleans in general. But I understand why Kendrick got the nod. I mean, at the time, Kendrick was literally the global face of music at that time. Yeah. You have to strike on that. And Jay-Z did what was best for business, but he also did the right thing. And I know I'll probably catch heat for saying that because it was in New Orleans and it's a chance for us to celebrate Wayne. But let's be 100 here. That's why you got the Hot Boys reunion tour and you got them, at the Essence Fest. And like Wayne has been on a really, really celebrated run minus the Super Bowl. And I get the attention the Super Bowl brings as global. I get it. I'm not undermining that, but man, I understand why the call was made. I just understand.
Yeah, it wasn't no question to me. It wasn't no question. I was like, well, at first I was just like, Lil Wayne, I love you. You're a legend.
Yes,
I was in them streets right along with everybody else. Yeah. When he murdered Poker Face and
Draw 3, all that, all the mixtapes,
no ceilings. Like, come on, man. Like, we cannot deny the no ceilings run. Like, come on, man. Like, this man was rapping over from Little Brother,
anything,
from Little Brother to Lucchini to
anything,
Lil Jon, like
R&B records, anything. When he rapped over the Promised Sierra record, I was like, what's going on?
Dog.
Like, he is a legend at the highest level.
Yeah. Respectfully.
Respectfully. No Lil Wayne slander here.
Right.
But we understand.
Yeah. When I heard the King Carter when it first came on, I was like, okay, let's let me go delete some emails while it's playing in the background.
Oh, that's tough. I'm with you, brother. I was editing videos and looking at my next camera. I'm editing and like, okay, what? I'm setting up the studio and all. I'm just trying to get through it.
Right. Respectfully. Yeah. Respectfully.
No disrespect ever.
Wow. Golly.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, let's got two more topics. The Purple Tape promo. Stadium music for the calls. Stadium music for the call.
Double stadium music.
Stadium music for the call. First off, we love hip hop.
Yes, we do.
I remember. I'm gonna tell a quick small story. I remember when me and D was talking, and D used to tell me. No, D told me that he would go to New York and listen, and get these tapes.
Yep.
I think he was going out there like for family or
yeah.
My brother D is very good at that hip hop. He knows his hip hop stuff, right? But at that moment when he said that, I was like, oh yeah, he's official.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, our conversations have been extremely elite when it comes to talking about hip hop.
Of course.
So with that being said, I'm thinking New York. It don't matter where you at. Like the Purple Tape documentary drops, and this is on Mass Appeal's Instagram's page, right?
Yeah, from Third Eye Productions. Yeah.
Yep. So of course, Mass Appeal said they're gonna drop like 5 albums or whatever. Slick Rick been rolling his stuff out. So you think about Nas and all this other stuff, and you think about Nas being connected to Raekwon, and the Ghostface thing, and then you go back to thinking about where you were when you heard the Purple Tape, and you think about all the things around it, man. Like, and we have a documentary coming out. This is serious business, people.
So exciting. So exciting. So exciting. Like Pete said, man, I had the privilege of being up north for a few summers.
When all of this stuff was going down? Oh, my God. Golly, boy.
The crates. Like, when people say crate music, it's a real thing. You're on every corner in the bodegas. You're in Queens. I was in Harlem. I was in Brooklyn. And got this, like, a different appreciation for hip-hop. I'm hearing, like, these DMX mixtapes that never made a platform that you can listen to. DJ Clue. I'm hearing like the G Unit, the Dipset, all that, man. So of course you got Wu-Tang. But the one thing for me that really stands out is I always heard about the Purple Tape. The Purple Tape came out in 1995, only built for Cuban Links, as that's what the album is.
Yeah.
And but I didn't really get introduced to it to my ears until I got to like the 8th grade. So that was like in 97.
Oh, okay.
So like 2 years removed. So really diving into the tape. And man, when I say that this album just really kind of, choreographed my mind for my hip hop run, it definitely did that. You talking about swag, you talking about fly talk, you talking about like a true cinematic album. From the scenes to the features, you got young Raekwon, you got Ghostface, who was featured on the album. Ghostface was featured on the album, but then you got a young Nas on there. You got, I think Method Man's on there. It's just so many different, Spectre Deck, like all these different colossal figures in hip hop in New York City colliding on this one project. It was just, it's timeless. And I went back and listened to it after Pete sent me the documentary clip. And when I tell y'all, I'm clearing my schedule to watch this when it's released. This is history, y'all. If y'all don't know about Raekwon, y'all don't know about, before Wu-Tang and all, like, if you don't know about the Purple Tape, only built for Cuban links, you're in for a treat with this documentary. I'm excited, man. Like my skin, I got goosebumps right now, man, because when you're talking about rap and hip hop, this is truly like the essence of it, at least in our era. Like this is the essence, man. I'm super excited, man. Super excited. Super excited.
Yeah, me too, man. You know, I could. It's safe to say that we're in that stage where we're learning more about our heroes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you wasn't I was an avid like magazine reader, and the Source and all the magazines that came out, I was like, I need to have these so I can read it.
Mm-hmm.
And it really explains like my path, my career path. Like it's based off these documentaries and based off like how we received our information outside of the music. So it's like our heroes are giving us a little bit more of like what happened when these magical things happened. Stuff that, Instagram, people be in the studio and we can cut on the cameras live and be like, all right, we doing this live. But like, we wasn't in the rooms when the Purple Tape was happening. We didn't, a lot of the swag that we saw, a lot of the swag that they was wearing, like those Clarks, you know what I'm saying? The Wallabies.
Yeah,
like,
man, the Wallabies.
Like, I remember I used to work like at Popeyes at the time it came out. I worked at Popeyes right there on Sutel and was it MLK US1. Man, I used to work. I remember on Saturdays I used to work from like 2 p.m. in the afternoon till like midnight, literally. And I remember like making my money to buy the Purple Tape, along with trying to buy some Clarks, like buying some Wallabies. Like that's how impeccable this shit was to me.
Yeah,
and
bro.
So like we're at that age where our heroes are like giving us more information about like how this verse came about, like their relationship with Nas and the Glaciers of Ice. You know what I'm saying? Like how that video came up, like that whole like the sound of like that lady just screaming in the background and that the RZA production and just they letting us in more on all of that, man. And I am so here for it. I'm
excited, man.
I'm so here for it, dog. Like I'm definitely gonna listen to the album before I watch it, and I'm sure I'm gonna listen to it when it's done.
Yeah, I've already started listening to it again because you know how it is with music, man, especially when you're dealing with eras. We get so many we've been blessed and fortunate enough in hip hop to just have so many great moments.
Yeah.
So sometimes things like the Purple Tape kind of get pushed to the back, but thank God for the ability to tell a story. Thank God for these platforms and these artists like Nas who know that do you know how many stories that Nas is going to tell with this mass appeal platform? Like he was a part of an era that we are clueless about what really happened. Like what really happened. And we're going to get that. And this is a great example. I think it's 25 or 26 years since the Purple Tape released. And I love.
No, it's like 30. If they came out in 95, yeah, it's 30.
Oh, yeah, 30 years. That's right. 30 years.
Crazy.
I remember 30 years old. 30 years old. Wow. I remember when I was like confused. Like, why he named this the Purple Tape? Like, what is this? And it was simply off the fact that he wanted like this double entendre to the Built for Only Cuban Links album, because what purple represented, it meant royalty.
Yeah.
And that was something that he was striving for. He was striving for that, to get to the American dream. Like he details it perfectly. He did an interview with Ebro, I think like 2 or 3 years ago that I watched. It's on Apple Music. We'll link it if we can find it. But he really went into detail on Purple Tape versus Only Built for Cuban Links, and how Ghostface was this big, significant part in just the aura of the tape, and how Raekwon went into writing that album. He wrote it as a movie director, like as a film director. I was like, yo, that's dope. Like just really changing the narrative and the ties that album paid for so many artists and so many moments. And of course, New York is the mecca of hip hop. What that did for just the culture in general, man, it's still paying dividends today.
Absolutely.
It's exciting, man. I can't wait to see it, man. Cannot wait.
And they got all the people in there talking. I mean, of course, they got the Wu-Tang members in there. They got Nas. They got, Charlamagne the God, like as he should be in there.
He should be. Yeah. Personalities in there. Ebro, all those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, all those people that came up in that era, man. So all these different aspects talking about this
Kendrick.
Kendrick. Yeah. Him, the glorification of this is like beautiful. So
yeah, man.
Yeah, we gonna be back here talking about that as well when it's out.
Of course.
Yeah. Did they give a date on when it's coming out?
They did not. They say stay tuned for more info. So it's coming around the corner. You know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Our last topic.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna let D handle this because this is developing on my end. So
yeah, for sure, man. So shout out to Timbaland, man. Shout out to Timbaland, the producer, Timbaland,
Timbo,
just responsible for so many great moments. Speaking of hip hop, just so many great moments. He's brought us great artists, great records. Just a cultural icon in hip hop. But one thing that we've, not just me and Pete, but you guys, we know about this AI thing, and the conversation of AI has made it to the music. And the other day, a story broke loose, which I found very interesting, that Timbaland is founding a record label called Stage Zero Records, and they signed their first AI artist named Tata. And the hip hop community is in a uproar. Shout out to one of the greatest engineers of all time / producers, Guru. You'll know him from producing a lot of records for Jay-Z, Beyonce, so many other greats. And he really spoke out about it. I wish I had the clip in front of me, but make a long story short, respectfully calling Timbaland out like this is not it. Especially when you're talking about the human element when it comes to creating. And we know creativity has gotten lazy in all markets, especially with the tool of AI, get real lazy. AI can be used for great things, but when you talk about music and signing an artist, the first thing my mind thinks is, well, why won't Timbaland put that energy into an actual artist?
Right.
Like an actual real artist instead of this artificial intelligence generated artists, I guess you want to call it that. Why? Because here's what's going to happen. And Pete, I want you to jump in on this one. If Timbaland goes along with this and he salutes it like it's okay to do this, this is whatever, reinventing this or being creative that. Well, people who have more money than Timbaland, people who have more control than Timbaland in the music space, they're going to go all out with it because one of our cultural icons has gave it the green light.
Yeah.
So now we're going to be listening to AI generated artists for our rides to work, for our walks in the neighborhood, when we're working out in the gym, when we're just chilling around. Like, is that what we're coming to? We have great artists across the globe. And now, for the first time, Pete, I'm really starting to feel like, is music from the human aspect brain, is it going extinct? Are we in the beginning stages of creativity in the human form going extinct when it comes to music?
That's what we headed to. And it's going that quicker because of the Timbalands. You know what I'm saying? Because Timbaland is allowing to do that. And I still have to do my research, like read up a little bit more on this stuff. But just from the outside looking in, though, I'm like, man, this. I think the bait has been thrown out there, man, and Timbaland a bit to it. I think he bit it, and he gonna prove that it could be done, and it's gonna be like that whole like proof of concept for people, and then people gonna run amok and do it. Now, from the economic aspect of it, different, it's a different story. I think that's gonna take a minute for people to realize, to understand how to make money off it or how to sustain it. But just the creative aspect of it, yeah, that creative aspect going through the door, man. Because everybody been wanting to be a star anyway. Like, everybody want to move so fast with doing this stuff in the first place. So the fact that I can just make an AI make a whole character and like. And AI is so detailed now, man. Like you could get this person. It ain't like you could just create. You could create a person, but you could really give this person like characteristics. You could give that person like a true like official identity. I wouldn't be surprised if that AI person have a social security number, like on some for real action. But yeah, I just feel like I feel like everybody gonna be like, oh, you know, they in an uproar right now. But then when that proof of concept starts coming, somebody else gonna try. Because I was listening to Control Art Destroy on Shade 45. And they was going through the news about it. Like they was saying the news about that, you know, they were just talking about the news and they mentioned Timbaland going through that situation. And they didn't speak bad on it at all. They were just like, well, you know, gotta move with the culture. If this is where the culture's moving, gotta go. And I was just like, wow, they was the only people I heard that spoke fairly about, you know, the situation. So I don't know, man. It's weird, man. But I do feel like it was a bait. I feel like, you know, people were trying to throw the bait in to see like these high tech people and all these big conglomerate people or whatnot. Like they threw the bait out there and Tim bought it. And so Tim gonna make sure he gonna prove that this gonna be a thing, and then somebody else gonna take the bait, and it's just gonna be bait, and then it's just gonna pollute the whole like culture of doing things. So,
man, you know how fast that Tata's album's gonna be done in 5 minutes,
like with no problem at all.
So you know how much money got saved by Tata's AI album? They don't have to do a budget. They don't have to. They don't have to do anything. It could literally be a team of people at some computers doing her music videos, like create the album cover, the track list, all that. And then they could put it on your favorite music platform and say, "Hey, check this album out." And for those who don't know any better, they're going to listen to Tata's album, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, this is insane. This is great." But then when you find out that this isn't a real person,
right?
This person doesn't even have a team. Like this is a artificial intelligent project that you are bopping to, that your kids are bopping to. So when one of our favorite artists comes to the door and says, "Hey, we ready for create another album? What's our budget?" and they tell them you don't got one,
or they're gonna be looking for them tickets. Or they're gonna be looking for them tickets online, like, "Oh, we want to go see Tata."
Oh yeah.
And they're gonna be like, you need to cut on with YouTube to watch her.
Yeah. She's live on YouTube tonight.
And listen, I feel like with Tata is I feel like this is a whole proof of concept situation, man. Like I feel like once that part succeeds, they're just gonna make the next artist stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger.
Oh yeah, man, for sure, man, for sure.
They're gonna make it hard, like stronger and strong. They're gonna be like, oh, in Tata, we made her, you know, one of her like hook lines was that you know, it's all about sisterhood. And they gonna see how this whole community is gonna be brought together from doing that. And then the next person, they gonna be like, oh, we're gonna make this person all about cars. And next thing you know, Toyota gonna be throwing money towards a AI win.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt. It's a scary thing. With us being lovers of music and being around music our whole lives and know what artistry is all about, and for this to be something that one of our cultural icons is taking and making a record label and creating this artist and doing all this, and good for Guru, and good for all the other people who are getting at Timbaland. You know, and trying to push this conversation on like, bro, you're making a huge mistake.
Right.
Because let's call it what it is. I might say something a little controversial, but it is. But you got Timbaland, who's a black person. Okay. So he can be the figure for the culture. He's a cultural figure in hip hop. You can take him and you can use him as the face of it to say it's okay. But when a Chinese billionaire comes and buys whatever Timbaland got going for $80 million, and Timbaland pockets that $80 million, now he's hands off of it. Now this Chinese billionaire is in control, And now we're going to get Tata's greatest hits, and all this stuff is going to come from this. So you're talking about hip hop, pop, you're talking about country, you're talking about every genre. It has to be stopped.
Yep.
And all of the powerful artists in the world, your Beyoncés, your Bad Bunnies, your whoever the hottest in country music, the powers that be at that Jay-Z, it's time, bro. It's time. Like if this gets out, when you open up your Apple Music on Fridays and you go to, I love Friday mornings. I get to wake up and go to see what's new. Now Tata gonna be there.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as you don't get no Tata shirt.
No, we cool.
Okay. I'm about to say, I ain't wearing no Tata shirt.
We cool on
I
that,
ain't
man.
wearing no damn Tata shirt.
Yeah, we'll see how it further develops, man.
Huh?
I said we'll see how it further develops, man.
We'll see. I wonder what Knife Wonder said about it. I'm still doing my research on it. I guess I want to see what if Guru says something about it. I'm sure Knife Wonder said something about it.
There's a lot of conversation going on about it because Timbaland is supposed to be setting up a live Q&A on his Instagram very soon to take questions and have. Yeah, bro. So, he made that post, I think Sunday.
Okay.
He put that post up on his Instagram Sunday that he's going to be sitting down and doing a live Q&A on this whole move that he's doing. So it's crazy. It's crazy. So we'll see.
Yeah, hold on. And last time, well, before we move on, is Tata a rapper or singer?
That I don't know. I don't know what genre Tata is going to be doing.
See, they're gonna mess around and AI gonna have it to where she doing everything.
Yeah, pop, hip hop, country.
a Doja mix with a Britney Spears. Jesus Christ.
Way gay.
Right. Tim's mixed with
Tim's mixed with Future. Like, what's going on?
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Well, last thing I wanted to mention, we in getting our show together, some unfortunate news. Very great star Sly Stone passed away at the age of 82. So he passed away at 82 today.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, may he rest in peace. I watched his show a couple of months ago, the one that Questlove did. And so when I was watching the documentary, at a documentary, you get to the point where like, at the end it's almost like, okay, the person's gonna pass away. But I didn't know that he was still living. So it was good to see him still living in the documentary. So
yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
And then at the same time too, Sly Stone just has some great music, man. And of course, hip hop has sampled it left and right, man. So
100 times.
100 million times, man. I mean, like everybody is a star. The Roots flipped that. I forgot the name of the song. That Mama Said Knock You Out came from. All that stuff, man. So I just want to send a special rest in peace to Sly Stone for giving us the greatest music that we've ever experienced. So
that energy, man. That energy.
Yeah, man. That good old soul
funk.
Rock type action. You know what I'm saying?
That funk.
That funk. So cool.
Yes, sir.
All right, my brother. Do we have anything else before we get to before we close it?
Nah, man. Thank y'all for watching the first episode. We just kind of on the fly. So, each episode we'll be bringing different things and different vibes. And we'll get our little setup together for y'all, man. But me and Pete, we've been talking about this for a long time. And I got the text message the other night. Brother, ready to turn on the camera. So we here. And, subscribe to the channel, man. Hit that thumbs up. It helps pushes us throughout the algorithm. I know it's tons of music shows and entertainment shows out there. We just want to be a part of the fray, man, for sure. And we will be. We will be, So salute to my brother Al Pete for, wanting to do this with me, man, and me wanting to do this with him, man. So really looking forward to it, man. Hit that subscribe.
Yeah, man.
Hit that thumbs up.
Hit the thumbs up, please. Yes, man. And I'm looking forward to this journey with my brother. We definitely, every time we get a chance to have conversations, we be having some good ones, man. So it's just good to be able to sit on these cameras and bring it to y'all, man, and like have some very great dialogue, man, on top of all the other stuff that we do individually. So collectively, we're looking forward to it. So please make sure you subscribe and be on the lookout for more and more of this stuff to come, and thumbs up as well. So D, let them know where they can find you at before we get out of here.
Mainly, my name on everything is Dedrick Hicks Jr. All right. That's where I'm at on YouTube, on Instagram. Primarily, that's where I'm at. And we can chop it up, man. We can chop it up. And again, hey, if y'all got questions, if you're watching this 2 weeks from now, wherever you're watching it, drop your comments down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What topics we want to be, we want to interact with you guys. We want to have the conversations, and, just looking forward to it, man. But Dedrick Hicks Jr., that's where you can find me. YouTube, Instagram is where I'm primarily rolling around these days.
Indeed. And you can find me more on YouTube. So Mr. Al Pete, you type in Mr. Al Pete in here and it'll pop up. So you got that. You have MPN Network, excuse me, which is this is powered by MPN Network. So you type in the MPN Network, it'll go into MPN Management, and so you can check out the podcast and the shows there. I also have another page that's The Neighbor's Way, where I do interviews with a few people and whatnot. So make sure you subscribe to it, man. And on Instagram and all that other stuff is Mr. Ralpete, MRALPETE. So all the links will be at the bottom. But again, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button and share it with your folks that want to hear two dope brothers having conversations.
For sure.
Yeah, man. So I will see. We will see y'all on the next go round. But please make sure you following us, man. We're gonna be bike Duval bike for the
BYKE.
world. All right, peace, y'all.